Have you ever woken up, really woken up, on a Tuesday and felt it? That flat, gray absence where something used to live? You're good at your job. Your manager says so. Your team says so. The numbers say so. But 3 weeks ago, you sat through an all-hands about company impact and felt nothing. You started Googling things like career crisis at 34 or is my job meaningless, and landed on articles about purpose and passion. They made you feel worse, like you missed a manual everyone else got. This feeling has a name, and it's not burnout. It's the slow theft of meaning. Today, we're going to figure out why your job feels meaningless and what to actually do about it. Let me tell you about Nadia. Nadia runs a product team of 8. She's good at it. Her director says so. Her engagement scores are in the top quartile. But one morning, in the shower, she started crying. Not because she was sad, because she was empty. She felt like a perfectly efficient machine, executing tasks, delivering results, and feeling nothing. She got dressed, went to work, and felt like she was wearing a coat that didn't fit anymore. Sound familiar? Nadia's crisis isn't philosophical. It's structural. Her calendar is a conveyor belt. Ideas enter, get processed, exit. She executes beautifully, but the soil is thin. When people feel meaningless at work, they assume it's about the company mission or their role or some internal deficiency. So they hunt for more meaning. But meaning doesn't work like that. You don't find meaning. You grow it. And growth requires 3 things: time, repetition, and the ability to witness your own impact. The modern organization has stripped away all 3. Time got taken by meetings about meetings. Repetition got disrupted by reorgs and new strategic priorities. And witnessing impact? That requires staying in one place long enough to see the second and third order effects of your work. Modern companies call that a lack of agility, but what it really does is destroy the soil for meaning. There's a concept I want you to think about: the code of purpose. When you step into your career, you're handed a code. It's already broken in by whoever wore it before. Their assumptions stitched into the lining. Their version of success still warm in the fabric. You put it on because it's offered, because everyone else is wearing something similar. The coat works for a while. It protects you from the cold of ambiguity. But coats don't grow with you. And the longer you wear one that doesn't fit, the harder it becomes to remember what your own shoulders feel like. Your organization doesn't want you to find meaning. It wants velocity. It wants you to process, not to reflect. Think of meaning like soil. Healthy soil builds itself through decay, through seasons, through what gets deposited and what stays long enough to break down. Healthy soil builds itself when the conditions allow it. It accumulates. But Nadia's conditions don't allow it anymore. Everything moves too fast. Nothing decomposes into insight. Nothing stays. The disorientation you're feeling isn't weakness. It's the cost of honesty. It takes real courage to admit that the purpose you've been performing no longer rings true, especially when everyone around you seems fine with theirs. When the culture rewards certainty and punishes doubt. When admitting you can't remember why your job matters feels like admitting you don't belong. One you sow yourself, slowly, from the moments that actually make you feel like the work matters. From the conversations that leave you more present instead of more drained. What can you actually do? Here's the core strategy. Stop answering the question, why does my job matter? Instead, for 1 week, track where you make meaning. Every time you help someone think clearer, every time you protect someone's time, every time you translate chaos into a decision, write it down. Not in a journal, in your phone notes. 1 line, date and action. This sounds backwards. You came here because something feels hollow, and I'm telling you to take notes? Yes, because the hollowness isn't what you think it is. Tracking exercise works because it forces deposition. It's you manually slowing the conveyor belt for 30 seconds a day so something can accumulate. When you write, help Gene clarify the actual problem in our 1:1, you're making yourself record these things. You're letting something stay. You're giving the soil a chance. After a week, Nadia had 11 entries. Some tiny, noticed when seemed off, asked about it. Some significant, rewrote the strategy doc so the team could actually use it. Reading them together, she felt something shift. Not joy exactly. Recognition. Evidence that she wasn't just processing. She was building, in small ways, constantly. The hollowness didn't vanish for Nadia, but it got a name. The name was, I've been moving too fast to notice what I'm growing. This is the real truth that no one talks about. You cannot think your way into meaning. The people who feel most purposeful at work aren't the ones with the clearest mission statements. You might be thinking, that's great, but I don't have time to slow down. I get it. It's a challenge to carve out time to think in a culture designed for speed. If your organization won't give you that stillness, you have to steal it. The tracking exercise is theft. It's you manually slowing the conveyor belt for 30 seconds a day. You can't fix the whole system, but you can amend your own small plot, deposit by deposit, entry by entry, not because it will make you feel better immediately, but because soil builds slowly and you have to start somewhere. Nadia still has hard days. The gray flatness still visits. But now when it comes, she doesn't spiral into, what's the point of any of this? She checks her notes. She sees the accumulation. She remembers that meaning isn't a feeling you chase. It's a residue that builds when you let things stay long enough to matter. The purpose you're looking for isn't lost. It hasn't been written yet. You don't have to leave your job to find it. You just have to start writing it down. This channel is your reminder that you're not alone in this. We're here to draw, laugh, and figure it all out together. If this video gave you a little spark, hit that subscribe button.